fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 188. Today is April the 11th, 2022. On today's show, I have whips, I have haul, and I have knitting. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, if you're new, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. I am mostly a cross stitcher, but I do knit and spin wool and weave from time to time. It's been a long time since I've woven anything. Yeah. And spinning is also one I haven't done in a long time. But those are my other hobbies. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really do appreciate it. So, this last week, the hubs and I have been buying shelving units for the remodel. So we've gotten our shelving units, so we put those together on Saturday. He also painted, and what else did he do? He painted the TV wall, the hallway, and half of the toy room. So we have a lot of painting he's going to be doing. Don't trust me with a paintbrush because I'll just slop it on there. He knows this, I know that, we know that. So other things we did this week, I got my hair cut. Look at all that hair. It's like gone. Yeah, so that was fun. And I went and saw my mom on Thursday, and she is doing so much better. Her memory is going though, but at least it returned back to the almost normal before she got sick. Let's see, what else? Then on Sunday we had the littles, and that was a lot of fun. They had a blast until the littlest man tripped on our couch and fell on the table that's next to my chair. So he cut his chin. Not too severely. It bled a little bit, but he was very mad and he was very tired, and he didn't want anybody to look at him, to touch him, to talk to him, nothing. So he's going to be 2 soon. So he's getting that into that terrible 2s, but we still love him anyway. I mean, he's a great baby. So I turned on his favorite Cocomelon show, and he sat down and he stopped crying and he watched Cocomelon, and about a half an hour later I looked over and he was asleep. So the littlest man and I took a nap. He slept on the floor, I slept on the couch. Grandpa and the little man went downstairs and played drums and listened to music, and then they came upstairs, and the little man and I was up by that point, and the little man and I played quietly so that the littlest man could take a nap. He took a 3-hour nap. He was very, very tired because the daughter-in-law told me he did not want to go to sleep on Saturday night. So he slept most of the day. Let's see, what else? So that was our Sunday. Today, the reason I'm so late is we got another piece of furniture that I had to put together. So I put together a small TV stand for underneath the floating TV stand because I need more storage for my things. Like I'm a video game nut, so I have a couple of systems that I have video games for, and now I'd like them to be all condensed into one spot. So it is. So that's great. And it's the same color as the shelving units that we bought, so that'll be nice. That we'll have some tie-in that way. They're a little bit darker than these chairs, and we're getting almost an off-white flooring, so I think it'll all tie in nicely, hopefully. Let's hope, especially since we are just painting the walls white. We're not gonna color the walls. Our bathroom is the only room that's colored, so it's, and it's gray. It's a really pretty gray. So yeah, I think that's probably enough babbling for this week. Shall we get on with the stitching already? I think so. So I am working on my monthly mirror, which is Blossom Goddess. She's being stitched on 32 count Touch of Yellow by Zweigart. No, by Witchold. I'm sorry, this is Witchold. So, as you see, I had finished, or I started and I completed this continuation of leaves. I worked more on her shoulder here. I had a whole bunch missing here. I didn't realize that. So I had that. I did this little piece of ribbon, and I did her face. So her face is all completed. So that is really awesome. And it's not a dirty spot that you see. I am sitting in front of my living room window, so it is casting a shadow from the iPhone, because that's what I use to do my videos on, is my iPhone. So yeah, that is where I'm at on her. I won't get a lot of work done because it's in the afternoon, and I won't get as much stitching time on her today as I would normally, because I've been busy. Busy. Okay, then I worked on my Whipco project for this month, and one of them is Autumn Dreams by Cottage Garden Samplings. I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 36 count Sanguine by Weeks Dye Works, and it is the old Weeks Dye Works, so it's really hard to stitch on, but we persevere, right? So I got a little bit more done. Let's see. I think I worked some more on the vines that are around there. I worked on this leaf pattern up here, and then this section of leaf, and a little bit in through here. So it wasn't a whole bunch, but it was a little bit. Okay. And then on Wednesday, I picked up Kringles. And that is by, you would think I would remember that. This is by Little House Needleworks. I am stitching this on 30 count Parisian Gray by Access Commodities, and that is the called for fabric, and I'm using the called for floss. And since it was Wednesday, I got my hair cut on Wednesday, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. So I only did a little bit on that block, but I did the tree and the garland. So hopefully this Wednesday I won't have a whole bunch of running around to do. I do have a knit night, which is actually, we're going to do lunch. We're going to do lunch for the first time in a very long time. So I won't have as much time to stitch, but I'm really glad to have lunch with the girls. So that is where we are at on Kringles. And then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to stitch on. I didn't want to stitch on Lady Mirabilia because I just stitched on her. So I was rummaging through all of my No New Starts whip list, and I decided I wanted to work on Sleepy Hollow, which is by Glendon Place. I'm doing Sleepy Hollow on 28 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. And if you recall, I am not doing the words on the bottom, so mine is only going to be this big, or have this much on it. So I went ahead and, yes, I got some of the horse done. So this is charted for both DMC and Anchor. I decided to do my DMC until I saw that there are two keys or two symbols with the same 829. So Anchor has two different colors that DMC didn't. So I went to Joann's last week and picked up a roll of Anchor, the 2 rolls of Anchor to make up that colorway. So let me see. I've got it in here. Let me pull my floss out. So I picked up Anchor 277 and 906, and they're really close. I don't even know if you guys can tell the difference. They are, oh, I guess you can. They are really, really close, and 829 is roughly in the middle. So it would have been okay not to use that, but I decided to go ahead. And then I decided to make the horse anchor black, which is 403. So instead of 310 DMC, I'm going to use anchor. And I don't like it on the spools, so I just went ahead and cut them my normal length. So there's 2 spools of black and then one of the other 2 colors, of each of the other 2 colors. So that's what I got done working on that horse. And so one of the colors I used in the bridle, and I haven't seen where the other color goes. It might go in the tree, but that's where we're at. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. So that one will probably come out more this month because I really do want to keep working on that because it's so much fun. Okay, just a second. All right, and then of course I worked on Fright Night. Fright Night is charted by Gecko Rouge. Art is by Lewis Johnson. And I'm stitching this on 25 count, easy count grid. So that's 1 over 1. I was able to get another page finish, which is wonderful. I have completed 6 pages so far this year. So right here is the other page. And then I am working on the bottom part. So there's a page and then maybe 5 rows for the last. So I'm just going to go ahead and work the whole thing like I did this last time. So that is where this one's at. I am really loving this pattern. I am now over 60% complete. So hopefully I can get it. I didn't do 1,000 stitches like I did last week on Sunday. I think I got 350 stitches in last night because the littles didn't leave until 8, I think. So then I stitched for a couple of hours after. Went to bed about midnight, I think. So yeah, that's so exciting. So exciting. It's coming along great. And I'm still using the lap stand I got from Garon, which is R&R. Let's see, what does it say? What does it say? So it's R&R craft frames, and I really like it. I like it better than my the lap stand that I built out of PVC pipe. I really like this one, so I highly recommend R&R craft frames, and if you can get it from Garon, that would be great. Okay, so that is all the stitching for this week. So knitting, I went ahead and decided I should probably knit some stuff up. So I had these socks, which you guys haven't seen in a while. These are online yarn company in the New York colorway. I did one sock and did the heel correct. I did another sock and did the heel incorrect. But I actually liked the fit of the incorrect sock. So I ripped back the correct sock, which was this one, and did the heel incorrectly, so it gives you more area. So this is the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I did it as the first part of the heel twice, because there's a first part of the heel and then they give you the second part of the heel, and it's different. So it rounded that heel out, gave you extra room, and I think it's going to work really good. So here they are. I stitched these with 2.5 millimeter, which I think is a 1.5. I think that's how that works. Okay, and then when I was done with that, I picked up another pair of socks that I had on the go. And this one is Socks by the Heel, and it's put out by Louise Robert with Biscotti Yarns. And I'll show that to you. It's got a very interesting heel. The last time you guys saw it, I had just the leg portion done and the start of the heel. So I went ahead and finished the heel and started on the foot. And as I started on the foot, I went and read some of the comments about this sock, and they said that the instep is tight. So I tried it on, and it's tight. There's also on mine a big hole. Let me show you on the top of the foot. Right there. Can you guys see that? Ooh, can you see that hole right there? I can fix that hole by using the start of the thread right here, the start of the yarn, because you pick up all this live stitches that were there, and then you start working a German wrap. That's not a German wrap, it's a German short rows. So you were supposed to start in the center of the instep, do German short rows until you get all of this built back up again, and then you start knitting again. So you can see that heel. And it is tight on the instep, and I do have a way to fix that hold. And yarns do relax once you wash them. They do grow a little bit. And it's not too tight right now, so I think washing it and having it relax will help release that tightness there, because it's not really terribly tight, but it is tight. So I'm going to do that with this sock and wash it, and if it's not enough or it's not comfortable enough, I'll just go ahead and take the rest of the yarn and do something different with it, because I won't do another pair of socks you know, with this, or I don't know. But here is where I'm at. So I'm going to be working on this, because the pattern, I don't know if you get, it's kind of hard to see. There is a lace pattern on the top, and then the foot. So yeah, it's a fun knit, and it was really interesting doing this, and it's interesting learning a new short row. I've done the German short row before, but I completely forgot how to do it. So to me, it was kind of new. But anyway, that's the knitting portion. So, haul. I went ahead and ordered the Cartage Garden Sampling A Year in the Woods #5, and it is the ferret. Look at him, isn't he cute? I have decided not to get the call for yarn, and I'm going to use stash. I have tons of stash yarn, so I'm not going to order any more floss for this. But, oh, it's got a lot of glare, so I'll just take it out. Here we go. Isn't he cute? And part of me is really wishing that I hadn't bought such a big piece of fabric and was doing the different colors, because each season the background color is different, so the fabric is different. So I'll have to wait and see how it all turns out. I still would like to do it, but then sewing the pieces together to make it a huge block, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm probably better off doing it the way I did it. So that, my friends, is all I have for you this week. My plans, of course, are the same. Mira, Kringle, Bright Night, Whip Go, and probably going to be working more on Sleepy Hollow. I was going to say Spooky Hollow. Yeah, no, Sleepy Hollow. I'm just a little scatterbrained after putting that piece of furniture together by myself. It worked. It went well. I mean, that piece of furniture went together perfectly. Had no issues, no problems. It just was a lot. But anyway, I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy. And I hope if you are a new viewer that you liked this and you'll come back and watch me again. And of course, if you're returning, thank you so much again for coming week after week. And I really do enjoy reading your comments. So, I don't have anything else for you. So I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy. And I hope that whatever you crafted to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.